What happens when betrayal cuts deeper than anyone could imagine? In today's wild story, a man discovers his girlfriend has been cheating, not just with anyone, but with his own father. The fallout is brutal. The emotions are raw, and trust is shattered beyond repair. Let's get into it.
You're just like taking me out because of this?
Yeah, you literally, I literally hooked up with one girl here, and you literally my stepdad.
Huh? Cheating with someone he knows is always worse. Not that cheating in normal cases is justified, but this is just evil.
Okay, that was your stepdad. That's not even your real father.
I live with the guy.
Okay, that's not your real dad.
I live with him. He's my mom.
The way she's saying that it's not a big deal is just concerning. How a lot of people today don't realize that cheating is one of the worst acts that can be done.
My mom.
What's that?
Mom.
Okay, and you... No,
Get out of here.
no.
Get out of here.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
The partner who cheats is letting you know they're not who and what you thought they were. Thank them for the wake-up call and put an end to things in a way that is unmistakable. Take the lesson. I've been cheated on once in my dating career. The feeling is awful, and every man experiences that, but hopefully they learn from it.
If you ever smashed into one of my homies, I asked you that. I asked you that before I even moved into this house.
Why is that so important? If that was
What you mean? Ain't no man want to date no woman who smashed his homie, bro. Some of these dudes out here weird like that, but I'm not the one, bro. Like I'm a vouch for my homies and everything. Like if my homie smash somebody, I'm not dating them. You didn't care about me. You didn't care about me when I was riding the car with you around town and everybody looking at me laughing. She belongs to the street.
This is just an unspoken rule between men. Everyone would make fun of him if they knew, so he keeps his dignity by moving on.
Why did you bring him in my house? You think I'm playing with you? Why did you bring him in my house, man? She want to keep playing with me, dog. Told her I was going to drop all her, man. I can't believe you on somebody in my house, man. I don't know why she had the nerve to bring a dude in my crib. I had cameras. I had cameras in my crib the whole time.
Thinking that she would bring another man to his house isn't just audacity. It's being rude and asking for him to end the relationship.
Get out my car crying, man. Get out my car with all this crying.
No.
I'm finna pack all your stuff up. You and your child finna be homeless, bro. You and your child.
Damn.
Stop blowing my...
Stop throwing what you brought the dude in my crib, bro.
What do you guys think about this? Did he go too far?
You brought the dude in my crib. I don't want to hear no crying. I don't want to hear, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, man. I don't want to hear that, bro. I don't want to hear that, bro. All y'all stuff finna get thrown out, bro. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear none of that. You ain't said that when I was watching that camera. You ain't said that you didn't say that when I was watching that camera, though.
There is one thing I like, and it is the fact that he didn't listen to any of her excuses.
You didn't say that when I was watching that camera. When I was watching that camera, you didn't say that. You brought the dude in my crib, bro. Stop playing with me, bro, like I'm a little old. Stop playing with me like I'm a little old, bro. Get all your stuff. Get all your stuff. Get your stuff up out my court, bro. I'm not playing with you, bro. I'm not playing with you, man. All this finna go.
A cheater can spend a whole day explaining why they did it, but it wouldn't change the fact that they've been unloyal.
I don't care about no crime, bro. I don't care about you crying. You didn't say that when you brought a little dude in my house, bro. You didn't say that when you brought a little dude in my crib. And I'm getting the rest of your stuff, too, out of my crib. Man. I don't want to hear no crime, bro.
Where'd you go?
I don't want to hear no crime, bro.
No.
I don't want to hear no crime.
You can't leave me.
Man, watch out. Get away from my car, bro. Get away from my car. Get your stuff. Get your stuff. Move your feet. Get away from my car, bro. You didn't say that when little dude was on my camera, bro. When I seen you and little dude laid up in that bed, and I'm out. I'm out. You didn't say that, bro.
The only one who we can say suffered from this is her kid, because he didn't do anything wrong, but his mother crossed a line.
Man, watch out, man. Call your ride, bruh. Man, call your ride. Call your ride, bruh. Call your ride. Call your ride. Don't ever in my life, bruh. Don't ever in your life talk to me no more. I can't believe her, bruh. I done built time with this girl, bro, all type of stuff. And this is what she gonna do to me.
This was intense, but let's not forget something. This guy didn't use violence, and I respect him for that. The only thing he did was to tell her to leave. And that is the only way to handle cheaters.
Caught her talking to other men, and she won't get out of my car. Now she's crying. So I caught her talking to other dudes. Oh, wow, that must be sad. God, that must be terrible. Oh, man. What were their names again? I love how you said they were just your friends and you were sitting in the map picture.
Crying will never fix anything, but taking accountability will.
Cheat on him.
Why?
If he cheats on you, you cheat on him back. There's no long paragraphs, there's no yelling, there's no crying.
How about just leave them? You know, take the high road instead of...
He'll find his dad, his brother, his best friend. I don't care if you have to lie about it. You are going to cheat back.
So then both people will be wrong. Fantastic.
And you're going to make that a stipulation at the beginning of your relationship. You're going to say, if you cheat on me, I just want you to know that I will be cheating on you back, and anybody is fair game.
If a person's entering a relationship and expecting to be cheated on, they probably shouldn't be entering that relationship in the first place.
That happens, which happens way too much. You get to follow through. You're not betraying. You're not betraying. You already set the boundary.
The scary thing is, this type of logic actually works for some.
You look them dead in the eye when you say, oh, by the way, I slept with this and this because I found out about yours, and you're walking out the door. You're not going back.
If a partner cheats, the best way to handle it is to move on. Cheating back wouldn't solve anything. It will only make you go down to their level.
The high road, it feels good to get revenge.
Instead of using your body as a tool for revenge against someone, how about keep your dignity and self-respect intact and just leave the relationship, you know, like an adult?
It might feel a bit good to get revenge, but it will feel 10 times better to move on with your dignity intact.
I don't even know, bro. I don't know if you guys know, but I was a stepdaddy. I did everything for this girl. I fed her child. I treated her good. I gave her a home, paid no bills, everything for free, fixed her car, gas money, everything. I bought that car seat, matter of fact. I bought her daughter clothes, I bought her daddy food, everything. Just for her to go and cheat on me with the father of the baby. Lesson learned, guys. Don't ever trust the I fixed she up, I fixed it. I tried my best to fix that. I bought her that. I put gas in it. I did everything that's in here. Water.
Unfortunately in life, you can give some people the world, and they can be ungrateful for it.
She lived with me rent free, nothing. Just for her to cheat on me, bro. Lesson learned, guys. Don't ever trust a bitch. This bitch. On my mama, bro. I did everything for her just for her to do this to me. Never in my life. Show your face. What? Never again, bro.
I guess morals are not taught anymore. And it concerns me how a lot of people neglect the need to teach their kids that loyalty is one of the best qualities we can choose to uphold.
All right, long story short, he was locked up. I was taking care of him, whatever. He came home. He felt like because when he was locked up and I cheated on him, he felt like it was okay for him to come home and do it.
So you're mad at him because he got revenge cheating back on you? Because you cheated on him.
It was the way he did it.
What the was that?
He was damn near in a whole relationship with the girl.
And what was your scenario? Like,
I was just having sex and going about my business. I held it down through everything. I'm doing 30-pound packages every month. He got food, commissary, everything, clothes, everything.
It shocks me that someone thinks this way. It doesn't make any sense how she makes excuses for it when she's the one doing so.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my part.
So you felt like you should have had a whole pass because you was holding it down.
You was horny, honestly, and you just wanted some sex. I get it. You was
but why you ain't had that conversation with him?
Because it's none of his business.
What? I beg your pardon?
Wait, are you not his queen?
Yes.
So why would that not be
Okay.
his business? So you expect a man that's in jail and he falls in love with you, and then hearing that his queen has been deflowered, and then she's gonna come out and be okay with it? Let me ask you a question. Why you ain't leave him when you was cheating?
Yeah, why did you not leave?
Because
Exactly. There is no logical explanation for that act, and she knows that.
A question. If you saw your girlfriend cheating with your brother, who you gonna be more pissed at? Your brother or your girlfriend? Please tell me this answer. Because me personally, I'm telling you right now, I'm emming off my brother and then emming off my girl. Because your brother should have more loyalty to you than your girl does, 100%.
Good question. You should ask him that when we get there.
I could never betray my brother or my son by sleeping with their girl, and that is the meaning of loyalty and morals.
I could have cheated on my man so many times by now because we're doing long distance, and today I was thinking, why didn't I? Like, what made me not cheat? So, my thinking process goes like this. I didn't cheat because of two things: loyalty and respect. Not towards him, towards myself. What do I mean by that? I consider myself to be a loyal person. That is part of who I am and my identity. And all of us, we have this image of ourselves. Basically, who we believe we are. We go throughout life confirming those beliefs. So, my value of being loyal does not allow me to cheat, because then I would have to face the fact that I'm not the person I thought I was.
I had a lot of respect for this person because she stays loyal, not only for respecting her partner, but also because she has her own values.
That's the first thing. Second, I respect myself in a way that I respect my choices. If I made a conscious choice to be with this guy, then it wouldn't make sense for me to go and cheat on him, because that would mean I don't respect my decision. And I was like, wow, cheating actually does not have anything to do with the person you are with, but only with yourself. Which means that you need to look for a guy that has these two values. And if he does cheat, you need to be aware that it has nothing to do with you.
That's what I'm talking about. This means something to me, man.
This is the kind of partner we like, and her husband or boyfriend is lucky to have a person like this.
How much money would it take for you to cheat on the love of your life?
$500,000.
$500,000?
Yeah. $500,000.
That's it?
$500,000.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Who cheats more, boys or girls?
Boys. When women cheat, it's for a reason. When men cheat, it's because their egos are too high.
This makes absolutely no sense.
Do you reckon?
I think statistically, actually, it's women, but like in my brain, it is men.
You serious?
A guy is currently going viral all across social media after he caught his girlfriend cheating on him, so he decided to do something to her to get back at her for cheating.
And what this guy did will never cross your mind.
Quickly, I would just like to say that the video I was commentating over in the beginning is not the people involved in the situation. That's just a video I put in the background. These people did not show their faces. So this guy went onto social media and made a post with the caption, "She cheated, go crazy," and proceeded to take a picture of the front of her debit card, as you can see right here, which, you know, that isn't horrible. The only information on the front of the debit card was her name. I still decided to blur it out, but then this guy decided to take a second picture, and this time it was of the back of the debit card, and it was all the card's information for everyone to use on whatever they wanted. They could buy whatever they wanted. He said go crazy, and a bunch of people started to use his likely now ex-girlfriend's card after she cheated on him.
This is indeed a comeback she never saw coming. But I would have to highly warn against this because it can have serious legal issues, so it's best to just walk away.
Now, millions of people ended up seeing this post onto social media, and I have no idea how many people actually used his likely now ex-girlfriend's card, but probably thousands of people, and I just wonder how much money, you know, was actually charged on her card. It's probably going to be a hassle to get all that money back. Some people feel like this was very messed up of him to do this, but honestly, I feel like this is not worse than cheating.
What do you guys think about this situation? I'd love to hear your thoughts.
Last time you asked,
Last night.
was it with a boyfriend or just?
Yeah, it was with a boyfriend.
It was with your boyfriend.
It was with my boyfriend. He's so not my type, I would say.
Your boyfriend's not your type.
He's tall and blonde. We are a great couple, I agree, but he's tall and blonde and that's not my type.
You been with a black guy before?
I have.
Rate that experience 1 out of 10.
10.
Smash or pass me?
On you?
Yeah.
Smash.
Smash.
When she grows up, she will realize that this lifestyle is a mistake. Because when we are young, we think that we will stay beautiful and powerful forever. But things change.
Who I cheated on my husband with physically was my brother-in-law. And I had a child with him.
Huh?
Here?
Yeah.
That was your sister's husband?
No. That'd be my husband's sister's husband.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is why many men are cautious of relationships, because this can happen to anyone.
Dang.
Which they're now divorced.
Yeah, I would just guess so. I would guess so.
Yeah.
Man, that makes Thanksgiving awkward, huh?
Yeah, though, I mean, nobody talks about it. But yeah.
Do they not see the little kid running around?
They do. But, I mean, he looks enough like me, I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Cheated first, or was this a... Why? What are you doing?
He told me I couldn't do something, and I...
What?
Not the cheating part. It was...
Yeah, you usually can't do that in a relationship.
I know, but so we had our kid, and I felt like I was doing a lot of the work. I was young. I was just turned 20, so he wouldn't let me do anything. I felt like...
Yes.
Why weren't you letting her do anything? What are you, like, trapping her in the house?
It wasn't like that. No, it was like she wanted to do things that were irresponsible.
What?
Like constantly go out with her friends and drink every, 3-4 days.
Well, that's a little hard when we're trying to raise a child.
True.
It is indeed stressful to raise a child, but it is not an excuse for us to be irresponsible.
But then there was a time where he would want to hang out with his friends at the house, and he said, if you leave, then we're breaking up. And I said, fine. So I left and closed the door.
Okay.
We were 20 and 20.
Yeah, but you had a kid.
We shouldn't have.
It was an oopsie.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully she doesn't watch this.
Oh, well, no. She knows that birth control is very important, even though it doesn't work.
She knows that at 10?
Our child
we talk about it, yeah.
10 knows that birth control does not work.
I mean, you should use it, but the man has to do his part, and we did not do that part.
Forgive my honesty, but this is just extremely rude. First of all, she admitted that their daughter was a mistake, and even if that was the case, it's best to keep it private. And second of all, she blamed it on the guy when both of them are in it together.
Our child is very mature.
She is.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
What do you say about the woman that cheats?
Well, what is the reason that she's cheating? Because typically, before a woman cheat, she done tried to talk to you and everything. You pretty much ignore, abandon, leave her with a lot of the responsibilities for the house.
If she feels neglected or ignored, just leave. Why would you cheat?
And she need an escape, but y'all never hear that because even though a woman's talking, y'all really ain't listening. And there's a reason why y'all not listening, right? And so people escape. Humans do that. They escape to something to get pleasure, for stress relief purposes. Y'all typically get women like toys, play with them, and then throw them in their corner and think that they're supposed to be happy.
While some ladies think that a relationship is where the guy needs to make the lady happy, that's not how it's supposed to be.
And then y'all don't listen.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you. Got her sleeping with my best friend at the time.
No.
It was kind of a pretty big hit. I definitely didn't respond to it the way I should have. We ended up getting divorced after 6 years of marriage, and then that was 2 years ago now. Just kind of things started going downhill from there. I had to sell the house and split the estate 50-50 with her. She wanted more, but thankfully I had some lawyers in the family who helped me out with that.
It is disappointing that we live in a world where a wife can be caught cheating and yet take half of your stuff.
After that, I ended up just kind of homeless. I was homeless for maybe 3 or 4 months. That was probably one of the roughest times of my life.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Women cheat because there's something lacking in the man that they're with at the current moment. You know, there's something he's not giving her emotionally, and sometimes it can even be financially.
So my question to that statement, why would you stay if you're being treated badly?
No, women don't cheat just because it's fun or convenient or somebody, you know, crossed their path and they looked good, but they cheat for deeper reasons. Okay? So it's not the same as a man cheating. When a woman decides to go ahead and go cheat, it's for some real stuff, you know. And usually, if the woman is smart, she's cheating with someone that she can upgrade with, not just some random.
In other words, it's being greedy.
You know, it's a potential quality person. That's why it hurts so much more when a woman cheats, because she cheats with purpose, the intention to level up and upgrade her life.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
And it hurts you because maybe time after time and chance after chance, and she thought you had potential that you never lived up to. So she has to move on.
So why not tell him directly and move on, instead of doing it behind his back? I think it's because she might want to keep him as a backup until she is 100% sure she can switch. And it is truly disgusting. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.